His Lordship's demitting office of the Chief Justice on 20th January 2023 afternoon. I seek permission of my Lord, Honourable the Chief Justice, to commence the proceedings. I request my Lord, Honourable Miss Justice Savina, to please address.
Honourable Mr. Justice, my esteemed brother and sister judges, retired judges, Mr. Anup Ratan, Advocate General, Mr. Ajay Kumar Sharma, Chairman, Bar Council of Himachal Pradesh, Mr. Ankush Das Singh, President, Himachal Pradesh High Court Bar Association, Mr. Balram Sharma, Deputy Solicitor General of India, senior advocates, members of the bar, distinguished guests, media persons, staff of the registry, ladies and gentlemen, and all other participants present here. A very good afternoon to all. Today we all have gathered here to bid farewell to Honourable Mr. Justice Amjad A. Sayyed, Chief Justice of this court. How fast time flies. The memorable tenure of Honourable Chief Justice is the best example of that. It is imperative to share that in the month of June 2022, Honourable Chief Justice assumed the charge here, an opportunity to bid farewell to His Lordship. His rich experience as a judge of the High Court of Bombay proved beneficial to this court also. Positive outlook and friendly attitude of His Lordship have always inspired us. I have the privilege to share bench with him. His Lordship does not lose his cool at any point, who always remains in a working mode. For His Lordship, there is no distinction between duty hours and non-duty hours. Duty hours are fixed for conducting the court proceedings, where stakeholders come present during the stipulated time. Working of His Lordship beyond court hours is not visible to the outer world. His Lordship is always available after official working hours. It is the passion of His Lordship that on daily basis administrative files are being cleared till late in the evening. As we all know, Honourable Chief Justice is also Patron-in-Chief of Himachal Pradesh State Legal Service Authority. In this capacity, His Lordship took keen interest in each and every activity of the State Legal Service Authority. Whenever a request was made to organize any event, nod of His Lordship was instant. Under His Lordship able guidance, for the first time, online Lok Adalat for settlement of motor vehicle challan cases at pre-litigation stage was organized in the state, along with National Lok Adalat on 27th November 2022, in which 11,629 motor vehicle challans were compounded, as a result of which compounding fee of rupees 1 crore 16,89,200 was collected in a day. This initiative has given the general public an online platform for compounding motor vehicle challan cases without visiting the court. We expect good response of the public through this platform in the upcoming National Lok Adalats. More so, 14 advocates have been designated as senior advocates under his guidance. Construction of workstations in the main High Court building and possession of the Udyog Bhavan for the staff of the registry are the works initiated by His Lordship. Recently, His Lordship has inaugurated Legal Aid Defence Council system offices through video conferencing in 6 district headquarters of the state. The commitment of His Lordship to the cause of justice cannot be described in words. Positive approach of His Lordship in every walk of life and friendly attitude will always be remembered. This court will always remember the simplicity and friendly. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I request Shri Anup Kumar Ratan, Learned Advocate General, Himachal Pradesh, to please address.
Honorable Justice Trilok Singh Chauhan ji, Honorable Justice Ajay Mohan, Honorable Justice Vivek Singh Thakur, Honorable Justice Ajay Mohan Goyal, Honorable Justice Sandeep Sharma, Honorable Mrs. Justice Jyotsna Dua Rewar, Honorable Mr. Justice Satyen Vaidya, Honorable Mr. Justice Sushil Kugreja, Honorable Mr. Justice Virender Singh, and their respective spouses, Honorable Himachal Pradesh, Senior Advocate Ankush Dasu, President High Court Bar Association, Shri Balram Sharma, Learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, Honorable retired judges, all honorable senior members of the bar, learned members of the bar, distinguished guests present here, our friends from electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen. We have gathered here today to bid farewell from this prestigious institution to the Honorable Mr. Justice Amjad Sayyid on his demitting office on his superannuation. The brief introduction of my lords to this august gathering is that my lords were born on 21st January 1961. He obtained bachelor's in law from Bombay University in the year 1984 and started practicing in Bombay High Court. My lord was on panel of central government and was also Bombay High Court Senior Counsel Group 1. He was also an assistant government. My lord was elevated as judge of Bombay High Court on 11 April 2007, and on 23rd June 2022, my lord took as oath of Chief Justice of the High Court of Himachal Pradesh on his elevation from High Court of Mumbai. My lord, what we have witnessed here, my lords, is a very cool and composed personality. Whenever we were arguing cases before my lords, the pitch of my lords is such a cool and composed that whenever we go outside the court, we have a habit of high pitch sometimes. Then I used to feel for myself that why I have kept my pitch so high before my lords. So my lords, it's very difficult for us to maintain that pitch. My lords have given patient hearing to each and every lawyer here, lordship, and the young lawyers were promoted by my lords. My lords, when my lords came here and my lords stated that judiciary plays a vital role in upholding constitutional values and morality, and judges are under oath to impart justice to all its citizens. My lords have stressed on delivery of easily accessible, speedy and cost-effective justice, especially to the poor and needy person, for which my lords have called upon the state and district legal service authority to identify all such litigants who deserve to provide free legal aid. My lords has also beseeched all senior and other advocates to conduct pro bono cases, lordship, and there are a number of pro bono cases. One I was conducted today, this Kusum Bali case, wherein my lords is taking keen interest to safeguard the interest of the state, the ecology and environment of the state. We are thankful to my lords for this. My lord, keeping in view the pendency of the cases in this court as well as in district judiciary, my lords have given priority to dispose of all old cases, therefore declared Thursday as a hearing day for the first time in this court. We are thankful to that also, lordship. As a lawyer, my lords has appeared in public interest litigations, matters relating to mangroves, garbage dumping, free concessional medical treatment for poor in charitable hospitals, biomedical waste and malnutrition, among us other, on behalf of Union of India and state. He was on the panel of several state public undertaking and has also appeared in arbitration on their behalf. My lords was also Notary Public Government of India, and my lords' dedication to the law and his unwavering commitment to serving the people of India has been truly admirable. As a keen sport enthusiast, my lords has always believed in importance in balance in life and has always found time to pursue his passion for sports. My lords, may I and Mr. Ankush Das were trying to organize a cricket tournament, but we could not, maybe due to weather and shortage of time with my lords. My lord has a vast experience in dealing with various branches of law. His logic and reasoning is apparent from his judgments. The hallmark of my lord's judgment is to maintain efficacy of judicial process and the rule of law, but with a tinge of compassion wherever necessary. Retirement marks the end of a phase, but it is certainly the beginning of a new living life for a noble cause, humble and generous, because the best of my lords is yet to come. We are all deeply grateful for his services and leadership, and we will miss him greatly. We wish him all the best in his retirement and hope that he will continue to be an inspiration to on my own behalf, extend my best wishes for your continued good health, prosperity, success, happiness and long successful life ahead. I also request my lords to visit time and again to Himachal Pradesh, and whenever my lords gets time, we are here to welcome my lords on each and every occasion. I further pray to the Almighty to provide more such opportunities to my lords.
I request Shri Ajay Kumar Sharma, learned
Honorable Judges of the High Court, sitting and retired, spouses of the Honorable Judges present here, Advocate General, Deputy Solicitor General Union of India, members of the Bar Council of HP, President and Executive Member of the High Court Bar Session, senior advocates, other members of the Bar, officers and staff of the High Court, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it a great privilege to be entrusted with the daunting task of speaking about the immense contribution made by the Honorable the Chief Justice in the myriad roles he has played, both at bar and on the bench. Born on 21st January 1961, Lordship obtained a bachelor's in law from Bombay University in the year 1984. He was on the panel of Central Government Bombay High Court Senior Counsel Group 1. He was also an assistant government pleader, Bombay High Court original site. He has appeared in public interest litigation, matter relating to mangroves, garbage dumping, free concessional medical treatment for poor, in charitable hospitals, biomedical waste, malnutrition, amongst others, on behalf of Union of India and state government. Lordship remained on the panel of several public undertakings and has also appeared in arbitrations on their behalf. He is a keen sports enthusiast. Lordship was elevated to Bombay High Court on 11th April 2007. Lordship was later elevated and was administered the oath of office of the Chief Justice of High Court of Himachal Pradesh on 23rd June 2022 and became 27th Chief Justice of HP High Court. Throughout his stint as a Chief Justice of this court, Lordship remembered the importance of oath he took as a judge that requires a judge to do his duties without fear or favor. For Lordship, a lowly or mighty were equal. What we knew so well was that law is above all, and his duty is to espouse the dignity of law in all circumstances. He always chose the righteous path, and every time he emerged victorious. Lordship, the fundamental duty as a judge is not only to dispense expeditious justice to the litigants, but also to provide them with quality judgment, and my Lord has always given priority to this facet of justice delivery system and dispense justice with a significant degree of humility, a huge understanding of the human side. My Lord has always been incredible, human and even-handed. On the bench, Lordship remained courteous, and his willingness to listen has gained him admiration and respect from the members of the bar. The manner in which Lordship conducted himself brought him accolades and laurels. The fragrance emitted by his outstanding work reached everywhere. His ability, sound knowledge of law, and fairness in conducting the cases has strengthened the trust of people in our judicial system. It is said that a judge must have the grace to hear patiently, to consider diligently, to understand rightly, and to decide justly with a sense of humility. Lordship more than meets the test. Apart from the contribution Lordship has made while initiating principle of law in a wide spectrum of cases, Lordship continued involvement with intellectual activity in the administration of court has made him a multifaceted personality. Lordship's moral, ethics and advice will always stay with us, and footprint will always stay here. Lordship has remained an inspirational judge and will always be remembered for the contribution made to judicial system. I, on behalf of legal fraternity, salute our Lordship for his devotion towards this sacred institute. Today, as we bid your Lordship farewell from the High Court, please accept our best wishes, and we pray our Almighty God to grant you longevity, good health and happiness, and an active and fulfilling great future ahead after retirement. Thank you very much, Jai Hind.
I request Shri Ankush Das Sood, Learned President, High Court Bar Association, to please address.
Honorable Chief Justice Amjad Sayed, his companion and other sister and brother judges, Madam Shakran Sayed, present here, Learned Advocate General Mr. Anup Ratan, Chairman Bar Council Mr. Ajay Sharma, Learned Deputy Solicitor General of India Mr. Balram Sharma, Justice P.S. Rana, Chairman Human Rights Commission, senior advocates, members of the bar, all registrars, friends from the media, a very good afternoon. By the looks of my lord, it doesn't seem that your lordship is superannuating, but the report says otherwise. Chief Justice Amjad Sayed was born on 21st January 1961. Honorable Chief Justice obtained a Bachelor in Law from Bombay University in the year 1984 and started his practice in Bombay High Court. Honorable Chief Justice was on the panel of the Central Government, Bombay High Court Senior Counsel Group 1, and was also an Assistant Government Pleader, Bombay High Court Original Side. Honorable Chief Justice has appeared in many public interest litigations, especially matters relating to mangroves, garbage dumping, free concessional medical treatment for poor in charitable hospitals, biomedical waste, malnutrition, amongst others. On behalf of the Union of India State Government, Honorable Chief Justice was also on the panel of several public undertakings and also appeared in arbitrations on their behalf. Honorable Chief Justice was also a notary public Government of India. Honorable Chief Justice has always been endeavoring to ensure that justice reaches the unreached. During the recent phase of COVID pandemic, when the entire humanity was suffering, the Maharashtra State Legal Services Authority took many innovative steps to help weaker sections of the society under the guidance and leadership of your lordships, who was then the Executive Chairman of the Maharashtra State Legal Services Authority. Honorable Chief Justice was elevated as Additional Judge of the Bombay High Court on 11th April 2007 and thereafter appointed as Permanent Judge of Bombay High Court on 9th April 2009 and remained there till 22nd June 2022. The Honorable Chief Justice was administered the oath of Chief Justice on 23rd June 2022 and assumed the office of Chief Justice of Himachal Pradesh High Court on 23rd June 2022 on his Lordship's elevations from the High Court of Bombay. At the time of his assuming his office as the Chief Justice of Himachal Pradesh High Court at Simla, his Lordship said that the judiciary plays a vital role in upholding constitutional values and morality, and judges are under oath to impart justice to all its citizens. He stressed upon the delivery of easy, accessible, speedy and cost-effective justice, especially to the poor and needy, for which he called upon the state and district legal services authorities to identify all such litigants who deserve to be provided free legal aid. He also beseeched all seniors and other advocates to conduct minimum 3 to 5 pro bono cases for such litigants every year. He said that keeping in view the pendency of cases in the High Court as well as district judiciary in the state, the priority should be given to dispose of all the cases which are more than 5 years old. Speaking on the occasion at the time of his elevation, Justice said that he is feeling deeply honored to be the 27th Chief Justice of this prestigious High Court of Himachal Pradesh, which has produced many eminent jurists who later on adorned the bench of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, and has put his endeavour to fulfill the goals outlined in his opening address, discharge the task and responsibility as Chief Justice of this Honorable High Court to the best of his abilities. Honorable Chief Justice had great patience and always gave patient hearing to all matters listed before him, in the division bench or in the single bench. He has a great sense of patience and would not react even if the lawyer wanted to stress upon the line of argument again. His great sense of brilliance of understanding of the law has enlightened all of us with the best of our legal knowledge and acumen, as well as general abilities to understand the common behavior and to handle any kind of situation. Honorable Chief Justice had faculty of reasoning which he always employed to distinguish between the limited and the unlimited, the temporary and the eternal. Honorable the Chief Justice has blossoming spirit with which the social ideas can fructify. It has always been a pleasure to appear and argue before your lordships. No society can find its fulfillment without the pious spirit of persons like our Honorable the Chief Justice. The mind is a bundle of desires removes the threads of attachment one by one. At the end, the cloth disappears, the mind is clear and pure. Such clarity and purity is the personality of our Honorable the Chief Justice. Honorable Chief Justice has been a keen sportsman, although we never got an opportunity to see that. I, on behalf of the entire Bar Association, would like to thank and wish the Honorable Chief Justice the best of future life and health. Further extend my good wishes to all the members of the Honorable Justice family. Jai Hind.
I request Shri Balram Sharma, Learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, to please address.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, family members of the companion judges, former judges, Learned Advocate General, Chairman Bar Council, President of the Bar Association, Secretary and other office bearer of the Bar Association, Senior Advocates, Learned Registrars, Learned Standing Council for the Government of India and the Government of Himachal Pradesh, my colleagues at the Bar, officers and staff of the Honorable High Court, ladies and gentlemen. I am here today to express the nation's gratitude to Justice A.A. Singh for his remarkable career of public service and his clear-eyed commitment to making our country's law work for its people. And our gratitude extends to Justice Saeed's family for being partners in his decades of public service. In particular, I want to thank his wife, Mrs. Shabnam, who is here today and who has stood by him for nearly 4 decades. And with her fierce intellect, good humor and enormous heart, I want to thank you. The country owes you as well. I remember the day like it was yesterday, 23rd June 2022. A new Chief Justice was due to be appointed, and as always the rumor mill at the bar was running at breakneck speed. I cannot begin to tell you the elation we all felt when it was announced that Justice A.A. Saeed had been chosen to lead our profession. Immediately after taking oath, my Lord said with folded hands that, quote, the ultimate goal of law is to establish peace and brotherhood among all sections of the society, and access to the justice is a fundamental right of every citizen. The poor, needy should get accessible, speedy and cost-effective justice. Priority will be given to disposal of all cases older than 5 years in the district judiciary with the High Court. A full court reference was organized in your honor and speakers expressed their opinion on the basis of data available. Hereby I will start my speech where I left on 23rd June 2022 and try to be the voice of my colleagues. It is rare that one has the opportunity to comment on a judge's attribute, and I am not going to let this slip by. A senior counsel has expressed his opinion about you, an exemplary career in the law as jurist, a counsel and a judge. Another senior counsel calls you the perfect judge, a model professional with a high IQ, and also expressed that your legacy is unmatched. One expressed that we have never seen you angry, and how can we inherit such a quality? One counsel quoted Mark Antony and asked, quote, whence comes such another, unquote. My previous speakers have already spoken about his lordship's education, career, great legal acumen, landmark judgment. I will not be speaking about that, except to say that my lord enriched our institution, both intellectually and personally, bringing to his work the rigorous case law based approach, as well as his Indian pragmatism and common sense, not to miss his inimitable sense of humor. Today his lordship will be carrying very sweet memories from here. When the history will be written, then it will be recorded that his lordship uphold the constitutional validity of section 28 of the Land Acquisition Act and limitation prescribed therein. The legal proposition with regard to work charge status has also been settled. The history will remember that his lordship was the head of the panel which persuaded the government to decide to send half of its prison population out on parole during COVID pandemic. In order to fulfill his commitment made to the people of state of Himachal Pradesh, my lord fixed Thursday as hearing day. At the National Legal Service Grant Camp organized by the National Legal Service Authority, New Delhi at Dharamshala, my lord said, quote, if people keep aside their ego, then there will be no need of courts in the country. Many matters are solved by taking among themselves, unquote. There is a need for more space for the High Court. For a long time, that work is also done in your time, and we have been provided with the building of the Industries Department for the High Court and separate room for High Court staff. Under his able leadership, we organized a successful first conference of Central Standing Council at Kasauli. The guidelines given in Ma Chintapurni Mandir, Brikla Mata Mandir shows his lordship's readiness to deal with issue of public interest. Much awaited designation of senior counsel was also done during this tenure. I say with all humility, sometimes the atmosphere in the court used to get tense, and Honorable the Chief Justice and our dear learned Advocate General used to sort it out with their smile. Amidst confusion and reconciliation, mischief and decency, the fairness of the fellow judges, the mediation, the gentleness and his lordship forbearance made this tenure an unforgettable one. On this day, I would also like to remember our former judges and Chief Justice and congratulate the Chief Justice for joining the stalwarts who uphold the judicial oath to do justice without fear or favor, affection or ill will. Lordship, this is possible because there is a feeling at the core of India's judiciary that we oppose each other in the court, but we are not enemies. We oppose on the basis of facts, on the basis of law, and sometimes this opposition is strong. But even the strongest opposition does not come in the way of our relationship. His lordship temper and lack of anger were the biggest contributors to the smooth functioning of the court. That is his lordship attitude towards life. It is always very difficult to sum up in just few words a gratitude to a person like Honorable the Chief Justice. We work with words every day, but I am afraid my words here today have been inadequate to describe the life that brought so much to us all. I would like to say to our Chief Justice that we are extremely saddened by his departure. Retirement, particularly for a judge, is often a marker point for his life. Seeing your fitness, composure, enthusiasm and energy, no one can believe that you are retiring. It is fair to say that advancing age does not sit easily with your honor, and nature also endorsed it today and trying to say don't go. Seeing your fitness, one would endorse that retirement age of judges should be extended at least to 65 years. Next week marks Chief Justice ASA's 62nd birthday, where he will formally retire. Retirement marks the end of working for someone else and the beginning of living for yourself. So if I may just say, Honorable the Chief Justice, on a parting note, for a life of judging and leadership that you have completed with grace and aplomb, that best is yet to come. I, on behalf of my colleagues who are standing counsel for the Government of India, and on my own behalf, extend our deep gratitude for your leadership and convey our best wishes for your continued good health, a long life, fulfilling occupation in future as well. Thank you.
Now I address.
My esteemed sister and brother judges, Justice Sabina, Justice Tanlok Singh Chauhan, Justice Vivek Singh Thakur, Justice Ajay Mohan Goyal, Justice Sanjeev Sharma, Justice Jyotsna Reval Dua, Justice Satyan Vaidya, Justice Sushil Kukreja, and Justice Virendra Singh. Respected wives of my brother judges, my wife Shabnam, Shri P.S. Rana, former judge of this court and presently Chairman of Human Rights Commission, Himachal Pradesh, Shri Anup Kumar Ratan, Learned Council of Himachal Pradesh, Shri Ankush Das Sood, President, Himachal Pradesh High Court Bar Association, Shri Balram Sharma, Deputy Solicitor General of India, learned senior advocates and other members of the bar, Mr. Sharma, the then Advocate General, Registrar General, other registrars, judicial officers, officers and staff of this court, and friends. A very good afternoon to one and all. This is not in my script, but I must say that when I was giving my farewell speech in the Bombay High Court, I did get a bit emotional and I missed out on thanking quite a few people. So I am hoping to be strong today. The day has come when I have to bid adieu. I sit here today before all of you, full of gratitude and appreciation after about 16 years of judging. During this time, I have served as a judge of the Bombay High Court and finally as Chief Justice of this beautiful state of Himachal Pradesh. Prior to being appointed as a judge, I had practiced 23 years at the bar. The time has come for me now to say goodbye. I must say that my journey has been very fulfilling and satisfying, and in me there is today nothing but indebtedness. I am deeply touched and overwhelmed by the compliments showered on me by my sister, Justice Sabina, and all the representatives at the bar. I wonder, is it really me that you have talked about? With all humility at my command, I say that you are all being very generous with your kind words. I truly believe I do not deserve the commendations, and I humbly bow to your sentiments. About 7 months back, on 23rd June 2022, I took oath as Chief Justice of Himachal Pradesh High Court. When I came here, I was a stranger and unfamiliar with all of you and the working of this court. However, all of you extended such warm welcome and accepted me in your fold with open arms. My brother and sister judges have been very considerate and contributed in every which ways, and always extended a helping hand to me, be it on the judicial side or the administrative side. The cooperation extended by the bar, the registry, and the staff of the High Court was truly beyond my expectation. I start by thanking God Almighty for the opportunity He gave me to serve the judiciary. It is only under His guidance that I could carry on my duties to the best of my ability. I was always maintained that I have got more than what I have deserved, and it is only His grace that He thought me fit and worthy to serve my son-in-law Alejandro, my sister Shabnam, my brother Ejaz, and my mother-in-law, and to all my extended family and my friends. Today I remember my late parents and my late father-in-law, who were always so supportive and so proud that I had been appointed as a judge of the Bombay High Court. I'm sure they are still blessing me from up there. Throughout the time I served the judiciary, my wife has been on my side and a pillar of support for me. She has made many sacrifices. I take this opportunity to tell her that I'm not taking the role she has played in my life for granted. She is a lawyer in her own right, and she has been my go-to person, even when I needed to discuss any issues while writing my judgments, and I have always valued her opinion. My deep sense of gratitude to my sister and brother judges with whom I had the distinct pleasure of serving on the bench and on the administrative side on committees and full court meetings. It is their wholehearted support and their love and affection which enable me to satisfactorily discharge my duties. The judiciary is where it is today thanks to the collective efforts and achievements of judges, judicial officers in the district judiciary, advocates, and officers and staff of all courts throughout the country, for which I draw immense pride. I sincerely hope and pray that the present tension between the judiciary and the government would be a thing of the past soon. It does not give the right message to the young members of the bar, who in many high courts are having second thoughts for giving their consent for being appointed as judges. Though the collegium system may have some flaws, as Chief Justice, my first-hand experience is that it is the Chief Justice, along with the other members of the collegium judges, who consult the other sitting judges, the Advocate General, and other members of the bar, and who have an opportunity to see the performance of the advocate in court are still the best judge for making recommendations for appointment of judges in the higher judiciary. Only an independent and strong judiciary, who is a watchdog of the Constitution and is bestowed with powers to uphold the Constitution, can maintain the robust democracy in our country. Judges are first advocates, and advocates and judges are two sides of the same coin, and we all need to speak with one voice. We have a very enlightened and efficient judges in this court. I only urge the members of the bar to please continue your unwavering support to the judiciary, which, as you all know, is the beacon of hope for the people of this great country. To the judicial officers serving in the district judiciary of Himachal Pradesh, I want to say that so long as you do the right thing, Almighty and the people will always support you. A special thanks goes to the bar for all the support, love and affection. You have been a source of tremendous motivation and inspiration to me. I want to thank most sincerely each member of the bar for being so. Your love and affection prompted me to almost apply for an extension of my term. I would like to thank Shri Arvind Malhotra, Registrar General, Shri J.K. Sharma, Registrar Vigilance, Shri Jaswant Singh, Registrar GAD, Shri Paras Dogar, Registrar Judicial, Shri Yogesh Jaswal, Registrar Judges Branch, Shri Madan Sharma, Registrar Recruitment, and all other officers and staff of this court. I also thank Mr. Rata, Secretary of Himachal Pradesh State Legal Services Authority. I know I have pushed you very hard and made you sit for long hours. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm thankful to my personal staff, Mr. Premchand Verma, my principal private secretary, who has been like a shadow to me. Srimati Urmila, Shri Tilak, Court Masters, Shri C.M. Thakur, Srimati Hemlata, Secretaries, Shri Virendra, Shri Dinesh Bharadwaj, Srimati Preeti, Private Secretaries, Shri Rajkumar and Premlal, ushers, and other staff in my court who have worked with me sincerely and with full devotion. I am also thankful to the staff at my residence, Ravi, Prasad, Rajinder, Ravi Kumar, Lata, and other staff who took care of me and my family members. I also thank all the drivers and security personnel who have looked after me throughout my tenure. To the young members of the bar, I only want to say that you are the future leaders of the bar and of our legal system of administering justice. Please continue the good work. There is no substitute for hard work. Success will follow. The relationship I have shared with all my colleagues, all the members of the bar, all the registrars and officers and staff in my short tenure in this court shall always be cherished. किसी ने सही कहा है, कुछ रिश्ते सिर्फ एहसास होते हैं, उनके नाम नहीं होते. Thank you and may God bless you.
I seek permission of my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, to close the proceedings. Proceedings are closed. High tea has been arranged in the old auditorium. Guests as well as learned members of the bar are requested to please join. The same shall be followed by guard of honor and red carpet send off in the honor of my Lord Honorable the Chief Justice.